Morning, everybody. It's Lid Shaw with Recording Studio Rockstars, and a beautiful frosty morning here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I just wanted to bring you another quick tip from the car. Basically, I just wanted to say hello and good morning. I'm actually backing up right now. I'm leaving my daughter's school, just dropped her off. Had a couple of thoughts, one of which is just kind of occurred to me right now. There is a guy, a famous songwriter named Jim Lauderdale, who I've known for years, just as an acquaintance, but he practices his Tai Chi out here by my daughter's school, and it just reminded me, it's this beautiful exercise just by himself. You know, he's out here doing these slow, elegant movements. I don't know much about Tai Chi, but I believe it's part of a very slowly practiced martial art. And it looks like this really elegant slow motion dance, and he's out there, he'll come out and practice that every morning. And I was just thinking about that, and I was thinking about how here's one of the great prolific songwriters who will, as part of his daily ritual, go outside and do this thing, this very individual thing, this very unique thing that nobody else I know in Nashville practices this. I'm sure there are other people, but my point is that it's very personal practice, something that seems like it's seems like it would probably help with creative expression, and it's certainly good to have a physical exercise routine. But I was thinking about the importance of our personal routines and how that applies to songwriting, and how the songwriting process, the ability to write songs, go into your own studio, record your music, and work towards your own creative process. If you're songwriting and doing your own music, if you're recording other people's music, maybe that creative process has to do with allowing yourself the routine to go in and work on your own craft and your own art. But how important it is to have a routine like that, some sort of, whether it's a daily practice or whether it is a practice that might happen a couple times a week or a few times a week, that routine and that practice becomes the core of how you can build and grow with your creative process. So for example, here's a guy who's one of the great writers, great prolific writers, and part of his practice is to go out and do this slow motion dance as part of an exercise and a routine. And yet I was thinking about how, shortly after that, he's probably off to go co-write with some amazing, brilliant writer. He may be collaborating with people that are making the biggest hit records in Nashville, and yet he still makes time in his day and his morning routine to go do this practice, this martial art exercise practice. And I don't know, I guess I'm being a little bit that wasn't quite what I planned to talk about this morning, but it struck me as the thing that I was witnessing and really made me think about that for me, one of my goals this year is to write and record more songs. And I have been doing something that I think most of us do, which is I've been spending more time thinking about and talking about what my practice ought to be for writing and recording songs, but not necessarily actually doing it yet. And I think that can be a real struggle for all of us, which is it's so easy to keep it up here, keep the process up here as a intellectual process, decide that we want to write and record songs, decide that we want to be more creative, and even have sort of a mental understanding of what it takes to do it, and a belief in it, and understanding that you need to write songs and you need to make time to go through the creative process, but the big difference is actually doing it. So just a reminder to me, a reminder to you, a reminder to all of us that it's that shift from thinking about it to actually putting it into action, even if it's one small step at a time, even if it looks like a slow motion dance on a tennis court in the morning. that is the essence of putting that creative routine in and productivity into our lives. So I wish you guys a totally fantastic day, and here is to a wonderful year ahead of us. I hope that you find your way of taking one step at a time towards your creative process, whether it's writing songs, recording songs, producing, whatever it is. I wish you all the power to take your idea from here into your calendar and into your routine, whether it's a daily routine, weekly routine, monthly routine, and start making it happen. I'm Lid Shah. This is Recording Studio Rockstars. You totally rock, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys around. Bye.